Hey everyone, welcome to Code Harmony. Today we'll be solving LeetCode problem ID 1733, minimum number of people to teach. This problem is based on the concept of hash table with greedy. It is marked as medium and asked in Duolingo in their coding interviews. Let's have a look on the problem statement and see what they are saying. In the problem statement, it says that on a social network consisting of M users and some friendships between users, two users can communicate with each other if they know a common language. So we are having M users, and there are some kind of friendships that they have given to us, and two friends, let's say you and we, can communicate with each other if you have a set of languages, we have a set of languages, and anything is common between them. So their intersection is not empty. In that case, they can communicate with each other. You are also given an integer n, an array languages, an array friendships, where this is the three things are given to us: integer n, an array languages, and array friendships, where n is the languages number from 1 to n. So we have n languages starting from 1 to n, and languages I is the set of languages ith user knows. So if I just directly show you with this example, input example, we have n is equal to 3. It means we have 3 languages in the picture, and this is the languages array, and the languages array shows that ith person knows these many languages. So first person know language number 2, second person know language 1 and 3, third person know language 1 and 2, fourth person know language 3, and this is 3. 3 means only 3 languages are there: 1, 2 and 3, starting from 1 to n, given in the problem statement. And apart from that, a friendships array is also given, where friendships I denote a friendship between user u, I and vi, and this is friendship array. These are users. So first user and fourth user are friends here, and first user, second user are also friends, third user and fourth user are also friends, 2 and 3 are also friends. So as they are friends, they want to communicate with each other, and they can only communicate if their language set has some intersection. So this is the whole picture here. Let's complete the problem statement now. You can choose one language. See, this one is highlighted here, and teach it to some users so that all friends can communicate with each other, and return minimum number of users you need to teach. There is a note as well that the friendships are not transitive. It means that if X is a friend with Y and Y is a friend with Z, then X and Z need not to be friends with each other. So it is not transitive. Okay, so far we have given these many things, and languages, and languages known by every single person, ith person, and we have m number of users, and there are friendships array as well. So these two person are friends with each other. These two person are friends with each other, but they are saying that two friends can communicate if they have at least one language in common. If they do not have any one language in common, it means they cannot communicate. And what is our responsibility here? Return the minimum number of users you need to teach. You can choose one language to teach it to some users so that they can communicate with each other. What we have to do is we can choose one language, and we can teach that one language to some users, such that all of these friends set will start communicating with each other. That is the problem statement. You will understand better when we will do a kind of dry run. So far it is clear that we have 3 languages: 1, 2 and 3, and these are the languages array of these m users, and these M users are user number 1, user number 2, user number 3, and user number 4. So these are the users, and these users are also in this friendships array. In this friendships array, they are saying that 1 and 4 are friends. Okay, 1 and 2 are friends, 2 and 3, 4 are friends, 2, 3 are friends. They are asking me to choose one language. Choose one language. Okay, I need to choose one language, and what are the options? These are the options. Choose one language among these options and teach this language to some users such that all of these friends are able to communicate with each other. So first of all, to move in the direction of solving this question, let's see how many users can already communicate with each other. Let's check for this 1 and 4. 1 has a language set 2. 4 has a language set which is having 3. So these two, this set and this set, does not have anything in common. It means they cannot communicate with each other. So 1 and 4 cannot communicate with each other. Now let's come to 1 and 2. 1 has a set 2. 2 has a set of languages containing 1, 3. So they also do not have anything in common. It means 1 and 2 can also not communicate with each other. 1 and 2 cannot talk to each other because they do not have any language in common. Let's check for 3 and 4. 3 has a set of languages 1, 2. 4 has a set of languages which is 3. So both of these set does not have anything in common. So 3 and 4 can also not communicate. Let's check for the last pair of friendship, 2 and 3. This is the set of languages for 2, set of languages for 3. They have 1 in common. This 1 is common among these two sets. It means these two friends can communicate with each other. If they can communicate with each other, it means they are already good. We don't have to worry about these two people, and we only have to worry about these 3 group of people. And what is our responsibility? Choose one language. Okay, if they are asking me to choose one language, and if I choose every single language one by one, that's kind of a brute force what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try all possibilities. Try all possibilities. First possibility is 1, second possibility is 2, third possibility is 2. And we have to teach those that single language to these people. So what are those people? Let's say these people are 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the people with ID 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to teach that language. Let's say that language is this, and we have to teach this language to these many people and see whether they can communicate with each other or not after that. In the language list is already having a set of languages that a person already know. When I'm choosing one as a language, common language, when I come to 1, this one does not have that language. So I will teach this one language. When I'm coming to 2 already know the language 1. So there is no need to teach 2 the language 1. 3 is already knowing the language 1. So there is no need of teaching the person 3 language 1. So when I'm coming to 4 does not know the language 1. I can teach 4 the language. So when I'm choosing 1, I have to teach this language to 2 person. That is 1, 4. If I'm teaching this language to 1 and 4, now every single pair is having one language in common. So 1, 4 can communicate with language 1. 1, 2 can communicate with language 1. 3, 4 can communicate with language 1, and 2, 3 are already communicating. So this is one possibility. And as I'm going ahead with the brute force, check for 2. How many people do I have to teach the language to so that they have 2 language in common? So for 2, one person already know 2, second person does not know 2, third person already know 2. So second person does not know 2, it means I have to teach second person the language 2. Third person already know 2, and the fourth person does not know 2. So I will teach language 2 to the person number 2 and person number 4. It means 2 person I need to teach the language 2 if I'm choosing the language 2. When I'm choosing the language 3, and in that case person 2 and person 4 know the language, it means I have to teach it to person 1 and person 3. 2 person I have to teach that language. And here what is our answer? What our answer is the minimum of these three. Minimum number of people we have to teach the language. So in this case, if I'm choosing 1, I have to teach at least 2 person the language 1, at least 2 person the language 2, at least 2 person the language 3. So minimum is already 2. If let's say if in this case something like this, 2, 3, 1, in that case I'm going ahead with the 1, and 1 is going to be my answer. So this is something we have to do. So what I did exactly is I have chosen a set of friendships where they are not able to communicate with each other, and then I feel the need of converting those sets into a set. So in short, I am having a set of people who cannot communicate with each other, and then I am choosing every single possibility of language one by one. So that is n number of languages. N is going till 500. So 500 size loop I'm going to run and check if I'm choosing 1, how many people who does not know the language 1. I will get to know number of people who do not know the language is size of this set. Let's say size of this set is x minus number of people who already know the language 1 is a. Then x minus a is the number of people I have to teach this language. So this is something I will just keep on capturing for every single language, and I will get the answer. So whatever is the minimum one, I will get that. So this is going to be our approach. And in this approach, what I need to do is I need to check that what are the languages I need to teach. What are the languages I need to teach to how many people. I'm going in a greedy fashion. Then try out all the possibility. Let's say if I try with 1, how many people I'm able to teach, how many people I need to teach to be able to communicate every single person. So this is how I'm going to solve this problem. So now let's have a look on the code. And also in this problem, this language is given as a part of array. So if it is an array, and I need to see that, okay, whether to know the language number 2, whether the second person know the language number 2, I have to iterate over the array. But to do it in a constant time, what I can do is I can convert this language array to a set of languages for every single person. So we have one integer, n is equal to 3. That is fine. We have 3 languages. Now to languages, what I will do is I will convert it to a list of set of integer. So I will convert them into set so that I can directly check in a constant time that whether a person knows a single language, know a particular language or not. And this is my friendship array where I will be doing the iteration. First of all, I will be doing the iteration on the friendship array, and I will pick a set of items who are not able to communicate with each other. So for every single friendship mean, I have u and v belong to the friendship array, where u and v does not have a language in common. I will add these two into the set u and v. So now I have this set which is having all the bad friends. And after that, I will have to iterate over the n size languages. N size languages where I is equal to starting with 1 and I is less than equal to n. I will see how many people I have to teach this language, and that is going to be my answer. So let's have a look on the code, then you will get more understanding. So here first of all I'm converting this languages array to a set for quick lookup, and this is something like we have n number of languages and m number of users. So at max it will give us a time complexity of m cross n. So in that case, what is the range of m? Here m is 500 and this is 500. So 500 into 500, not a problem. So converted it to a set, and then I'm trying to extract out all the bad users. It means those who cannot communicate with each other. This is a friendship from between you and me, and I will check for these users, you and me, whether they can communicate with each other. If they cannot communicate, I will be adding them into a set. After that, I will be choosing for every single language from 1 to n, and see what are the count, what are the minimum number of users I need to teach that language so that everybody can communicate. And whatever is the minimum value, that is going to be my answer. This can communicate function is nothing, just all those languages of A, any languages known by the user U is present in user V, then they can communicate. So just a utility function. The code is pretty simple. It's just like we have to understand the problem statement in a better way. And do let me know in case you have any doubt. And the time complexity is something like m cross n is the maximum time complexity we are going to encounter here, along with the space complexity. Do let me know in case you have any doubt. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.